Let's jump right into this explainer by looking at something pretty much every 10-year-old on the planet has experienced, being told to clean your room. You know the feeling, right? You're right in the middle of building this epic fort, or maybe you're totally lost in a great book, and suddenly you hear those dreaded words. It just feels like a giant chore, a total interruption to your day. But what if I told you that cleaning up isn't actually just about making your parents happy? What if making your bed and putting away your toys is actually the very first step in unlocking a pretty incredible, life-changing superpower? Well, today we're going to explore a fascinating devotional text that connects your everyday habits, yes, even how you treat your bedroom, to the actual order of the universe. So we really have to start with a big question. Why do you really have to clean your room? Now, it's super easy to think parents just want things tidy because, well, they don't like stepping on stray building blocks. But the text we're examining today reveals something much, much deeper. It suggests that keeping your space neat isn't just about following some boring rule. It's actually about training your mind and your spirit. When you organize your room, you are secretly practicing how to organize your heart. You're developing a habit of discipline that prepares you for something way bigger than just a clean house. Just imagine a totally chaotic space. Clothes everywhere, toys scattered all over the floor, dust bunnies hiding in the corners. The devotional text we're exploring actually calls this an uncultivated state, with spots and wrinkles. Now, contrast that mess with the idea of heaven. The text teaches us that heaven absolutely isn't a chaotic, messy place. It's the exact opposite. It's a place of ultimate peace where everything fits together perfectly. So the devotional argues that when you leave your earthly room in a total mess, you're actually living out of sync with how the universe is perfectly designed to operate. According to the text, heaven is deeply, deeply organized. It's governed by strict rules and regulations that manage the entire heavenly host. There's no confusion up there, no lost items, no messy corners. The text even specifically describes disciplined, masculine angels moving in beautiful, flawless order. It's an environment of total cleanliness, a place where discipline and beauty go hand in hand perfectly. And the crucial point really comes down to this direct quote from the text: "All move in order, all there is cleanly." The devotional makes it incredibly clear that anyone who will be counted worthy of entering this heavenly space must be thoroughly disciplined. You literally have to be without a single spot or wrinkle. If heaven is perfectly clean and orderly, then the people who belong there should love cleanliness and order too. So the text encourages us to lose no time. Start the work of cleansing yourself from all filthiness right now, both of the flesh, which means our physical bodies and our spaces, and of the spirit. Section 2. Outside shows the inside. The text insists it's absolutely crucial to live out your faith in every single detail. It explicitly says that being neat in your dress, clean in your person, and having an orderly household is absolutely not a sign of silly pride. Not at all. These outside appearances, like having a tidy room or just making sure your hair is brushed, actually tell the entire world about your inside religious character. When you take the time to create an orderly, tasteful room, you're showing that you have a strong, organized, and respectful Christian character. It's all connected. Which brings us to a really strong, uncompromising quote directly from the source material. "It is impossible for a slack, disorderly person to make a good Christian." Wow, that is a pretty powerful statement, right? The text argues that a person's life in temporal things, meaning everyday physical stuff like your clothes, your house, your bedroom, is going to be just as disorderly as their religious life if they're a slack person. If your room is constantly a disaster zone because you just don't care to put in the effort, the source suggests that this sloppy attitude will eventually spill over into how you treat your faith, how you treat others, and ultimately, how you treat God. Section 3. Building a good character. So, here's your action plan, broken down into 3 clear steps straight from the material. Step 1. Cleanse flesh and spirit. This means tackling the physical mess. Tidy up your room, wash your hands, but also tidying your attitude. Let go of the grumbling when you're asked to do your chores. Step 2, be prompt and neat. The text says we should be prompt, meaning always being on time and keeping our matters totally straight. And step 3, elevate your conversation. Because being a good Christian isn't just about a clean room, it's about clean words too. Speak kindly, respectfully, and honestly. By following these simple steps, you commence the great work of perfecting holiness. To truly elevate our lives, like step 3 suggests, we really need to understand this specific word found in the text, deportment. Now, deportment is simply the way a person behaves, stands, and conducts themselves in everyday life. It's basically your overall vibe and your manners. The text tells us that our deportment should act as a constant recommendation of our faith. When your deportment is neat, kind, and orderly, you're projecting that perfect heavenly order right down here on earth. People absolutely notice when you behave with respect and care. Section 4. Your heavenly superpower. The foundation of this whole superpower is found in this beautiful, simple sentence. God loves purity, cleanliness, order, and holiness. The text points out that God doesn't just like these things, he truly loves them. According to the devotional, when you make your bed or when you organize your desk, you are literally creating an environment that God loves. You're bringing a little piece of heaven's atmosphere right into your very own bedroom. How cool is that? And here is exactly where that superpower activates. The source material tells us that when you elevate your life through these good habits, your everyday actions generate what it calls a winning, compelling power. Just think about that phrase for a second. By simply doing the right thing, being orderly, being clean, speaking nicely, you create a power that actually wins people over. You don't have to argue or shout to prove what you believe. Your clean room, your promptness, and your excellent deportment, they do all the talking for you. These orderly habits bring some incredible results. They elevate your everyday life, and they act as a continual recommendation of your faith to literally everyone who sees you. This discipline is so impactful that it actually compels unbelievers to take notice. They see your discipline, and they're naturally drawn to it. The text says it proves without a shadow of a doubt that you are a child of God. You silently force the world around you to acknowledge that there's something special, something truly heavenly about the way you live your life. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to look around you right now. Take a real, honest look at your room, your desk, or whatever space you happen to be in. What does it say about your character? Does it reflect the perfect, beautiful harmony of heaven? Or does it show some spots and wrinkles? Remember, keeping your space clean is not just a chore invented by parents to ruin your fun. It's a heavenly superpower waiting to be unlocked. It's your chance to prove your character, build your faith, and show the world exactly who you are. So what are you going to do with your space today?